Autism seems to be defined by how one person sees another. It's a series of judgments, a series of perceptions that are gathered, and then you put those judgments and perceptions together, and you form a concept that maybe that one individual might be on the autistic spectrum. Well, that's fine generally, but it's occurred to me for a while now that how does that perception change? How do those judgments change? Does it change per person, or has it got something to do with the environment and the people around you? I mean, I moved down to Cornwall when I was 18 months old. I've lived there for almost 30 years now. But even before then, I wasn't living in a huge city area. I never really have done, really. My family comes from the Worcestershire, Gloucestershire, Herefordshire area. So, it's the city life is something that I am completely unfamiliar with, at least in a long-term sense. I'm wanting to find out how a change of environment, a dramatic change in environment, can possibly alter that perception, alter the judgments of how one person sees another, or how people see another, or how people see people. I think it's going to be an interesting thing to research and study and look at and document. I've been coming to London on and off pretty much all my life. I made my first visit here when I was maybe five or six maybe, and I've been coming occasionally since then. I can't remember some of the earlier visits very much, but I mostly remember a trip I made to London back in 2003 when I was 18, and it was when I was in a different frame of mind. I was very uncomfortable, very awkward in that kind of situation. That kind of environmental change made me very nervous, very anxious. And I remember the whole time we were here. I came with my parents, and my sister was also here, and I remember the whole time I was there. We were there for maybe, I can't remember exactly how, I think it was only a few days, 2 or 3 days, a long weekend I think it was. But the whole time that I was there, I felt very uncomfortable. I hardly said 2 words. I was very quiet, very shaky. I felt sick the whole time. I wasn't eating properly. I couldn't eat properly because I was that nervous. I didn't enjoy it, despite the fact that I went on the London Eye, which, don't get me wrong, the spectacular thing to go on, the view was quite remarkable, but I didn't enjoy it generally because the whole time I was just trying to stop myself from having a complete nervous breakdown. So how do I feel now? Now I'm 29 years old, nearly 30, and I'm back in London. I'm here in Ealing. Knowing that I'm going to be journeying around London quite a bit, it's my plan to visit some places, to get some different perspectives and to compare the different areas of London, the different environments of London, social environments, social behaviours, different boroughs, going from one end to the other, and seeing how people change, how behaviour changes. So I'd say it's a good start, and I'm looking forward to making my first trip into the city. Not entirely sure yet where I'll start, but I'll probably start in a known and familiar place where I've been before, somewhere like Westminster, Jubilee Gardens, the South Bank, that sort of thing. I'll be starting at the Finborough Theatre in a couple of days. How do I feel about that? To tell you the truth, not entirely sure how I feel about that at the moment. My first work experience, my first job, effectively. I've met the general managers now, and they're very, very nice, very welcoming. They're aware of my situation, they're aware of the fact that I have Asperger's, and they're aware of my uni project that I'm doing, my PIC project. So they understand my circumstances, and they're fine with it, which obviously makes me feel a bit more comfortable. One thing that I'm slightly nervous about is that this is a job that requires a lot of interaction with people. I think that's going to be interesting though, because that's part of what it is I want to research and document. Different people's behaviours in a particular environment. I think mostly though it's going to be interesting to find out how I personally deal with it, how I personally deal with talking with different people from different areas, different social class structures. But the whole purpose of this project for me is not exactly to find out what is autism, because I personally know that already. So the purpose of this project is more to do with answering the question, or at least trying to answer the question on where is autism. What I mean by that is, where is autism located? Does autism have a place? How is autism perceived and received and accepted in different environments, particularly in a city environment, which is something I'm completely unfamiliar with. So that's basically what it is that I'm aiming to do. How that will pan out, well, I've got 10 weeks ahead of me, so I guess I'll find out.